It's great to see you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you, Gareth?
Yeah. As you said, bare-chested and hairy.
Yeah, bare-chested, hairy, ready to rock and roll.
How have you been?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Have you stayed in the gym since April?
I've been in the gym since 2018, not stopped.
Still 2 sessions a day, yeah?
2 sessions a day, every single day. Got to keep it moving forward. Positivity.
Now tell me about this world tour, Tyson.
So it kicks off, Gareth, a week on Saturday. We're doing 16 shows in the UK in the first leg. So we've got towns all over the country, towns I've not been to before, as some of them are. So it's a great opportunity to come down and meet the champ, talk mental health, talk boxing, talk whatever you want, relationships, love, sex lives, anything that the individual wants to talk about, we can talk about. They can ask me questions, we can sing some songs. It's going to be a fantastic tour. I'm looking forward to getting out there, meeting me fans, people who've supported me for a long time. First leg kicks off week on Saturday, and then we start the second leg UK in September. Tickets are on sale now for that one as well. And then the third leg, we go world tour. We've got 16 different shows in 8 different countries.
I hear there's Australia, New Zealand. I've got a list here. New Zealand, you're going Far East, Dubai.
Yeah, America, Canada. I'm going all over the job.
Do you get something special by connecting with everyone now?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I'm a people's person. I always have been. So when I'm out and about mingling, love to speak to people, chat. I'll talk them to sleep. They're actually surprised that someone of my sportsmanship would like to talk so much.
No, because it's funny because I did those 2 tour dates with you in Manchester and London. Obviously, everybody wants to talk about the boxing. You've got so many boxing fans, but my barometer, I reckon half the people there want to talk about your journey. You know, the journey from falling and then climbing again.
Yeah, it's a very interesting story, isn't it? And a lot of people can relate to it, and they can take some tips and put it to their life.
It's funny, you know, I went up to see Ricky Hatton the other day and he's lost 30 pounds in 8 weeks. And again,
he's looking good, isn't he?
He is. He spoke about you and he was saying, you know, I really, what Tyson's done really resonates with me. And he most of all, he's there in his eyes again, if you know what I mean. Really present, you know, feels good about himself, you know, and it's a joy to see because I covered his entire career and he really does look well, and it's literally down to having a goal, to training. You can't get away from your physicality as a person, can you? That, you know, it's so important. It balances everything, doesn't it?
Most definitely. You know, you got to train the brain and you got to train the body. I call it physical, mental, emotional fitness. You've got to train all of those things, your body, your mind, your emotions.
How exciting is it to go on a world sojourn, a world's journey, and reach out to people in loads of other countries? And it's absolutely that, I assume.
Yeah, it's unbelievable the amount of people that turn up and the amount of letters that get sent to the house and other stuff. So it is amazing when you get the feedback that I get. You know, to traveling around, meeting different people, helping people out. You know, one sentence can save somebody's life. When you're in a real dark place, you just need that one little hand up out of it. And me talking about it all the time on tour and going to little villages that never see me. Like I'm going to the Isle of Man. Now, the Isle of Man's never an heavyweight champion of the world. They were a talk bed before, ever. So this is the first for them. And I'm going to like Thailand, Singapore, Indonesia, places that would never get to see me or a heavyweight champion of the world before. So it's very overwhelming for me to be on the road and world travelled. You know, I was with Ed Sheeran the other night.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he did 700 and some tour dates, which is amazing. And he gets to go around the world and meet millions of different people in all these different countries. And they've all got the same common goal. They all love music. Well, with me, people can like music, they can like the boxing, they might have struggles their own self. So it's very good for me to give back a little bit to people, and it gets me on the road and keeps me busy and gives me something to something to focus on.
And when you're talking about what you've gone through in your life, I mean, if I take you back to 27 stone, can you believe, well, I'm sure you believe, but is it shocking when you look back on that, how you were? Like, can you not believe that place you were in, really?
Yeah, it seems a far cry from where I am today, and nobody believed. Like they say, they didn't believe in me. God did.
Yeah.
So, nobody believed in me. They didn't even believe in me when I was going to beat Klitschko when I told everybody. Then they certainly didn't believe I was going to lose 10 stone and regain the World Heavyweight Championship. And then when I told them I was going to stand and bang with Deontay Wilder, they didn't believe that.
No, none of us did. None of us did.
And then when I said I'm going to knock out Dylan White in under 6 rounds and give Del Boy a boxing lesson and so on and so forth. It's been a crazy, crazy ride, as we all know. It's been well documented, my life, and how far I've come and travelled, and where I am mentally, where I am as a person. It's night and day differences from now and then.
When you look back on that Wembley Stadium week and the night and how you felt in the ring afterwards, all your family there, Paris, John, Shane, Hughie, all in there with you. Do you look back on that as an amazing night? I mean, what are your recollections? I haven't had a chance to speak to you about that since April the 23rd. Do you give yourself a chance to reflect on it?
Yeah, it was an absolutely amazing, fantastic, unbelievable night. What a way to end a sensational career. Wembley, the highest crowd ever recorded for any event. Unbelievable. To go out with a bang like that. The ring walk was epic. Everything about it was fantastic. The boxing lesson, the knockout, just everything fell into place, and the stars aligned again and again and again for me. And I was very, very, very happy with the way it all went. I'm very happy for Frank Warren as well, for him to get a massive show and show the world that he's a massive promoter and he can do a fantastic job. And let's not forget, I sold that show out single-handedly on my own. Never even had a dance partner. So it was an amazing accomplishment. And a lot of people thought it would fail or trying to sabotage the show, but it didn't work. And I sit back at it and I've had a couple of months to reflect on it. I just think, like, what a wonderful career I've had. The ups and downs, the highs and lows, the comebacks, the retirements, the coming back from all the problems. It's all an experience, life experience. And after boxing, there's a massive life. I've still got plenty of life left. I'm 33. I've still got probably the same again, hopefully. And I just take so much from it, so much experience from it. And I put it all into me daily life. Like, if you'd took me back to when I was 10 stone higher than I am today, then I use all that experience in today's life to know what not to do.
The world and his dog believe you'll come back for 2 more boxing matches against Usyk and Joshua. I mean, I've heard you recently talking about it. Is this just the place you're in now, even though you're going to keep the belt for the 12 months you're allowed to keep it? Could that change, Tyson, that you may want another fight, or you may want to prove something more?
2 fights, 10 fights, 20 fights, who knows? There's all at 34, I'm basically unscathed, no mark on me. But I could have another 10, 15 fights if I want. I could sign a 10-fight deal with ESPN today if I want to. But I don't see what's the point. I'm reigning supreme on top of the pile, above everybody, in the biggest elite members only club. People love VIP clubs and stuff, don't they? So imagine being a part of a 2-man club, not in Morecambe or London or even the United Kingdom, but in a place called history. It's not bad, is it?
It's a great...
2 people in history retired as the undefeated heavyweight champions of the world. Me and Rocky Marciano.
It is an exclusive club, but I just wonder whether the warrior in you
The warrior in me has brought me to every moment in my life. Off the canvas, trilogies, conquering America, coming back, doing everything I've done, winning every belt there is in boxing, 3 times Ring Magazine, won everything. So the warrior can do what a warrior wants to do, but the actual man is done with fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I put an astronomical figure on my return. £500 million, £500 million. So somebody wants to pay that. I'm sure there's people out there with a lot more than that. Then I'll return. Until that day, kaput, I'm out. And if someone wants to waste £500 million, I'll accept it. But for me, I'm boxing, professional fighting. I am so over it.
Really?
I've got out of it, Gareth. Faculties in order. Totally unscathed. Successful. Famous. I've done everything that was asked of me. Defeated every opponent I've ever faced. And to be able to have a life after that, isn't that amazing and a beautiful thing?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but not that we, if you are content and you don't want to fight again, we shouldn't be trying to tempt you and trying to lure you. But we people always say never in boxing. Like you said, someone offered £500 million, it would be tempting. But athletically and in fighting terms, you don't feel like there's anything outstanding. I mean, we spoke about it after the third Wilder fight. I think even people with
you made a fantastic comment. You made a fantastic comment. You said, "Are you going to retire now?" And that would have been a fantastic time to retire after an epic trilogy. But I owed one more fight to the fans in England, and I did that. And a promise is a promise, and that's it. Listen, if I do come back, it'll be a sad day for me. And it will be that I have let money overcome my morality. And that's a sad day for me. Because I've always thought of myself as above pettiness. And I put achievements always before money. But if somebody wants to put £500 million on the table, I will test that morality. For sure.
I know you don't pick very often, but there you are now, sitting back from the sports, and you can look at it. They are still your rivals in a way, even though you've proved you're the lineal champion. Do you give Joshua a good chance if he fights in the right way against Usyk in the second fight?
You know, I've been open about this opinion many times. In heavyweight boxing, it only takes one punch. It wasn't a complete landslide last time. Usyk had a lot of marks on his face. He was cut up. It's not hard to hit Usyk. He's right there in front of you. So Joshua can obviously land a big punch on him. But I just think Usyk's too cute for him. Too smart and too quick. And a southpaw. And I think that with Robert Garcia, trying to train him to go on the front foot or whatever and be aggressive, will only enable Usyk to land more often on him. I just don't see it. But then again, what do I know? Nothing about boxing. Heavyweight champion of the world, undefeated, all that stuff. You know, anyone can win a fight, as we've seen many, many times. And it's a good time to beat Usyk now, isn't it? Because he's been at war for however long, 18 months or whatever. Everything's up in a roar. And if ever he was going to be off his ball, now would be the time. But I just think that Usyk's too good of a boxer for AJ. And I don't think AJ's got the ability to pressurise him for 12 rounds and drag him into a dogfight and knock him out. You have to be an elite, special human being for that. And I don't think Joshua possesses that will to win to do that. He's happy to come second place. Too easy. He's too easily happy to come second position. And if you willingly settle him for second, say no more.
Were you being serious, or were you sending the interviewer up the other day where you said you might go in and do a bit of body sparring, an exhibition bout with the likes of Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, The Rock? What was that?
Yeah, I am being sensible with it all. I think that people are sick of normal boxing these days, especially now I'm retired. There's no more characters in the game. It's all boring. It's all mediocre boxing. 1-2 hook, jab, jab. Let's wear a suit and shake hands. Yeah, it's quite boring. So I thought it'd be very entertaining if we had the likes of exhibitions with me and Mike, me and Lennox, me and The Rock, me and whoever. But it can't be against somebody who nobody knows. It has to be a legend versus legend. People are always asking me, oh, wouldn't it be great? I wonder what it'd be like to see Mike Tyson and Tyson Fury fight each other. How do you reckon it'd go? What about Lennox Lewis and Tyson? What about Frank Bruno and Tyson? What about whoever and Tyson? Well, now, at the ripe old age of their age and my age, we could make that a reality. Can you imagine a press conference between me and Mike Tyson? Or me and Lennox Lewis? Although it's not, I'm not trying to kill them or whatever, and we're having a move around an exhibition, putting a show on. Wouldn't that still be amazing?
Well, I was with Larry Holmes the other day, and he said you and him would have been in London, and he said you and him would have been an amazing battle of the jab, and because he was a brilliant world champion, 7 years reigning, remember, one of the greats.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there is an appreciation for what you've achieved. You know, and I just wonder whether, given your knowledge of the sport, your knowledge, you know, that your family is steeped in boxing, do you think you will stay involved with Tommy, for example, and help Tommy out in his camps and be around him and look at strategy for him and watch fights with him if you don't do it already, you know?
Yeah, right. We're in the gym all the time. Tommy's actually training now for a big fight that he's got coming up with soon in America. I think that's going to be announced quite soon. So I'm with Tommy, though. He's his own person. I don't want him to be in the shadow of me. Tommy's got to find his own way in life and his own feet and use them. He's doing fantastic at the moment. He's 23-year-old. He's done marvellous. He's very successful at what he does. And with his fight, I'm sure he's going to win it. And I'm going to help him out as much as I can. And that's it. But he's his own man. And he will do what he's got to do. And in this life, no matter who you know, they can't do it for you. You got to live it yourself.
Just closing up, you are taking a summer break, it sounds like. Presumably that's to be with the family. And are you going to take the family away? Are you going to have a seventh child? Are there plans to grow the family even bigger?
Well, we don't know about that yet. Training daily at the moment, keeping positive and focused. I've got this talk coming up a week on Saturday, and I'm in the midst of writing my third book. That's being released in November. I've got this drink, Furiosity, ice lollies, protein bars being launched, sugar-free Furiosity drinks being launched in July. We've just signed up to another 1,000 stores, so that's fantastic news. I'm in the midst of signing a big TV deal for a documentary on my life. There's a lot going on. A lot going on.
What's the third book about then? What's the third book?
The third book is a deep in-look into life and career, into training, into mindsets, into what type of mindset it takes to be a winner. It's a real depth into my crazy brain. In-depth look.
But in general, you're training and you're up in Morecambe and you're doing the bins, the school runs.
Yeah. I was only at the gym 2 days ago. Bin runs, school runs, drop the kids off every morning. Training twice a day. I've made it. When you can drop your kids off at school and pick them up, and train in the day, you have made it in life. That's it. That's as good as it gets.
I was thinking a Tyson Fury cookery book coming up as well, because you'll probably start making the dinners. Or is that Paris' domain? And
that's Paris's domain, and I stay out of it. But I have been barbecuing a lot. I got this fantastic barbecue, and with the good weather of recent times, I've been doing a lot of barbecuing, and I've been enjoying it. I've been really learning about different meats and how to cook them and what times and temperatures and stuff. So yeah, it's been good. You know, I've had a really good time and about to get busy on tour, and there's a lot of exciting things going on. Been offered a record deal actually.
Really,
by one of the most famous companies in the world. So I've got some big stuff coming up.
So is it literally recording an album? Yeah,
might do. Yeah, I've not agreed to it yet, but I'm taking it into consideration.
Would you be nervous about getting in a studio and being there in front of the microphone and, you know?
No. You know me. No nerves at all, ever.
Oh, well, I know a few of the songs, I imagine, that be on the album. That's brilliant. I mean, you've already cooperated with some artists anyway, haven't you? So it's not like...
I've done a little bit with Robbie Williams, and I've done a little duet with Don McLean, which we won 6 awards for that duet, by the way. So yeah, I'm just contemplating who I want to sing with next.
You did not have a little tease with Ed Sheeran that you and him might...
Yeah, might do. Might do a little bit with Ed, or I might do a bit with Adele. Who knows?
Well, on that happy note, Tyson, it's brilliant to see you. It's brilliant you're going on tour. I know it's very rewarding, and I know that it keeps you kind of focused until you create the Morecambe Marathon and whatever, and there's thousands of people running Morecambe with you. Or the Morecambe and Manchester marathons or whatever, because there'll be more things coming all the time, won't there? Because it's important for you. I know, like you say, you're so busy with your family anyway. You're a big family man, but you know, we've talked about this a lot. I mean, you know, hopefully I'll work till I'm 70 because I really enjoy my work so much, but I'm not being punched in the head for a living. You know, and there is a time to stop, but it's brilliant that all these opportunities are opening up for you all the time, because I'm sure it does help you keeping that kind of busy in your life.
Most definitely. You know, I'm busy with the family, like you say, anyway, but I just want to have this time. I don't want the phone calls from Frank Warren or Bob Arum or whoever trying to get me back fighting and stuff. I've no interest in it. I've done what I've done. They've enjoyed it. So that's it. Just be happy that we lived in the time of Tyson Fury.
Absolutely.
And I'm happy, contented, very, very happy with my career and sitting on top of the pile at an elite members only club. And no one can ever take that from me, ever. People might try and emulate it. There might be a couple of members in another 100 years. But, you know, I would openly welcome these guys into my club.
Brilliant stuff, Tyson. Appreciate the time.
I'm the only living member of my club.
You are the only living member. It's absolutely right. History in the
Okay, Gareth, thank you for the phone call, and I'll see you soon, buddy.
Lovely.